What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm doing a weight loss journey video. I've lost 20 pounds over the past 2 months and I just wanted to let you guys know what I did. I feel like it's for beginners. I really didn't do anything like crazy. I feel like what I did over the past 2 months and saw results is something that other people could really use and see results as well in a shorter amount of time. The 4 key points that I want to go over is basically like my history, a little bit about me, like fitness wise, and then my workouts I did, food, and then consistency. I wanted to make its own thing. First, y'all, I made a list because I feel like without a list, look at this, without a list, I'm gonna ramble, so I had to make one. So I could stick to the point, get to this video, make it in like 10 minutes or less. We'll see when I edit it, but I got y'all covered. So a little bit of history. Played basketball through high school, a couple years of college, and then like I continued with my fitness after that. I never really like got overweight. I might not have been as fit as I was when I played college ball or anything like that, but I would say that I kept my figure per se, but I just wasn't like cut, because in college, in high school, I was skin and bone, so I was cut. And if y'all knew me, I mean, I was basically like SpongeBob with muscles. But that's for a different day. I feel like the years 2015 to the end of 2017 were a little bit hard for me. I was in a rut that was difficult for me to come out of, so I was just eating a ton, whatever I wanted I would eat, and then I really had no motivation to work out. So I was just leading a very sedentary lifestyle, which was way different for me. And over that course of time, I guess you could say I let myself go. I did. I was in a funk and I couldn't get myself out of it. So the most that I weighed is 198. Now some of you might think that's not a lot, but for someone that was like always fit and things like that, getting that close to 200 was, you know, I feel like it dumped me lower. Like seeing 198, I didn't just go out and go work out the next day. Like I knew I was up there, like 198, 199. I was such in a rut that like I didn't care at that point in time. Like in the back of my mind, I wanted to do something about it, but like everything was lacking to get me to do something about it, if that makes sense. In that time where I lost motivation, I might have tried new things. So like I tried spin and cycle, and then like I would go for runs outside and such, but again, I never stuck with it. So I never stuck with it long enough, and I was not seeing results at that time. So that being a little bit, I'm gonna jump forward to the next section, which is gonna be about my workouts. January 2018 was 3 years. So 2 goals that I set for myself, or told myself that I wanted to do, which are things that I've been wanting to do. I wanted to try a boxing class, and I wanted to go to the gun range. So I still haven't gone to the gun range, but I might take you guys along with me because that's something I'm definitely going to get done by 2019. I might take you guys along with me, so that'll be a different video. Boxing is something that like I always wanted to try. Never really had the courage to go up and go to a class. I didn't know where to start, and then I just started Googling it, and a boxing location convenient for me offered like the first class free. So first class free, why not? I cannot remember, but I feel like my mom did go with me for my first class because I just didn't have the courage to go to a class by myself. So my first class, and I really enjoyed it. Like I immediately became obsessed with it, if that makes sense. Like I died my first class. We'll just put that out there. It's freaking hard. You push yourself, but I like loved hitting a heavy weight bag. Like I loved punching something. I wasn't in shape at all at that point. So like hitting a bag for me was more so mental, not so much physical. So I started to go to classes in January of 2018, but I was super inconsistent. I used to go to evenings, but I feel like with evenings I would, I don't know, just kind of put a wrench in my evening, and I would like maybe find an excuse not to go. So like me going in the evenings would make more of an excuse. So they offer like a first thing in the morning class, which is the 6 a.m. And I feel like once I decided to just try going to a 6 a.m., I really enjoyed it. I feel like really threw me into gear for the past 2 months. 6 a.m. classes, I made myself a goal that I was gonna go 4 to 5 times a week, but I majority of the time went 5 times a week unless I had like forced myself. And sometimes I would go 6. Like when I tell you I became obsessed and it somewhat became sort of an addiction, it did. Like it's a mental and physical gain. Like I love it. That's basically what I did for a workout. I did all cardio for the first 2 months. I really didn't do weights. If I did weights, it was probably like two times over the 2 months. Like if I couldn't make it to the boxing, then I would go do like a weight session at like my clubhouse. But like other than that, it was like straight cardio. Like I consider it straight cardio, and you can tell by my weight loss picture that I did straight cardio and I really didn't do weights like at all. Next part would be food, and as I mentioned before, I love food. But in the past 2 months, I really didn't follow like a diet. I just feel like I made cautious choices. It takes all your information in my Fitness Pal, and then it asks you like what type of lifestyle, and then it asks you your goal weight, so it'll calculate for you what your caloric intake should be. If you want to notice a weight difference, then you have to have a caloric deficit, and then you just put your food in, and then as long as you have discipline and you do it, bada bing bada boom, watch that weight drop. Okay? And my Fitness Pal, for real, use it, because you'd be surprised when you start like looking at your calories and stuff like that. It could matter a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I'm working on my cooking skills. So like over the past 2 months, I did meal prep, and that is like super helpful. I would have to say that I basically cooked the same thing every week. I might have switched it up a little bit, but I basically ate the same thing consistently to the point where like now I'm so burnt out on it, I can't even eat it. So now I'm like really, these next few months, I really want to switch up the game, try something new, and go from there. Meal prep that like was my go-to was I would bake broccoli and cauliflower, and then I would bake some chicken. I got a little fed up with that, then I would switch over and get like a cup of brown rice, salmon, and some peppers, and that was like my other one. Or I would try like, I really liked this asparagus and onion and mushroom mix that I would eat with brown rice too. Some people hate it when I would eat that. So those are like my 3 like go-tos, and then I just got like burnt out on it. So like those meals are out of my option list right now, because I cannot take it. I literally cannot take eating that meal anymore. So I've been Pinteresting it, and I got some meal prep videos coming your way of new things that I've tried, and I'm so pumped to have like new things, because I kind of feel like I could throw down in the kitchen just a little bit. The things I've been eating now, girl, I don't even know why I was so stuck on these 3 meals. Probably because they were easy. I would throw them in the oven. If I am a lazy cooker, if you're a lazy cooker too, then you need to stay tuned for some meal prep videos, because I got you with all the lazy recipes, okay? I definitely had at least 1 to 2 cheat days. I still had my cup of coffee in the morning, and my cup of coffee, I like creamer, so I'm working on it now though. That's a new goal I've set. But like for the 2 months, I kept my coffee the same, meaning like half coffee, half creamer. Generous amount of creamer, and then I switched over to stevia. So I'll put my stevia in there, and that was my thing. And then I still had my glasses of wine in the evening. I kept those, and I still kept it pushing, and I still lost 20 pounds. I don't want y'all to think that you guys have to completely go on some crazy diet, because I feel like when you do that and you don't do it in your own way, you just hop off the wagon. Like you're just done. Like I feel like you burn out quicker if you just don't do it your own way. So just do it your own way, and you know, keep the things that you need, get rid of the things that you can wiggle on, and use my Fitness Pal to count the rest. Put it there. I'm gonna do consistency and then just some like tips. So consistency is definitely key. I was inconsistent. I was obsessed with the scale. Like I don't want anyone to become obsessed with the scale. Like when you let that go and you really find out like deep down inside like why, if you have a reason like why you want to do this, you have to do this for yourself, or the rest is just out the window. You just gotta find that flame inside of you that's burning, and your desire to lose weight. Once you find it, once you find your niche, once you find your cardio that you like, once you find whatever workout style you really like, you're just going to take off, and then it's just going to become an obsession, and then fitness is soon going to be part of your daily lifestyle. Starting out is not easy. Working out is not going to be fun. You're going to feel like you can't finish it, but like I said, you really got to revert back to that flame inside of you and the reason why you're doing it, for yourself, self-love. Just prove something to yourself. Don't feel like you have to prove something to anyone else in this world, because you are the one that matters, and your happiness comes from you. Another thing is just like, if you have an off day, or an off couple of days, kick those days to the curb. Continue to start fresh the next day. Like, just because you have an off day or 2 or 3 doesn't mean that like the whole thing is kaput. Just start again the next day. You got a new 24 hours. Make it useful. Set goals, stay with it. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your workouts. Be patient with your goals, and be patient with your progress. Don't become obsessed with the scale. And if you're gonna weigh yourself, you have to do it the right way. Meaning, MyFitnessPal tells you when to weigh in, which is every 2 weeks, at least it has been for me. So, or you can do every week if you really want to. For the first time in such a long time, I've noticed changes on the scale. So key tips: if you're gonna weigh yourself, do it every 1 to 2 weeks, but you have to do it on the same day, every week, and at the same time, roughly. So when you wake up, go to the bathroom, take off all your clothes, and step on the scale before you drink, before you eat, but after you use the bathroom. And you have to use the same scale, the same way, same technique, stick with it, and then notice those pounds fall off, okay? Okay. You have to get to a point where you love what you're doing. Once you love what you're doing, your weight loss is just gonna start happening, because like you're not so obsessed with it. I feel like when you're at the beginning, you become obsessed with not seeing it, or not seeing a change, drastic change in your body, and that's the type of stuff that just kicks you down. Don't worry about that. Again, revert back to the inner flame that's burning into why you want to do this, and your self-love and your self-worth, and think of all the reasons why you want to do this for you, and stick to those, and not refer. Don't compare yourself to anybody else's fitness journey. Don't compare yourself to where anyone else is at. It's the thief of happiness, and you control your happiness. Okay. Even if you're starting out, if you're midway through, if you've hit a plateau, it's hard if no one believes in you, especially if you don't believe in yourself. So if you don't believe in yourself, just remember, I do. You have to start somewhere. Everyone starts somewhere. But I want everyone to like motivate one another, because like we can do this together. Stay strong, be courageous, be kind, and keep pushing. All right? Like I said, I got some meal prep videos coming your way. Any questions you may have, I'm more than happy to answer. Leave them below. But before you go, if you're still here, you already know, if you've not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for joining, and I can't wait to hear more about your guys' journey. And yeah, stay tuned for some pictures. If I didn't start with them, I'm going to end with them. Here today. It's dark. It's dark.
I need my fitness ball because it tells me that my freaking... Wait, do you want me to confirm? Oh, I'm scared they could just bees these out of me, man. Harold. Okay, Harold. Now log me in, Harold. You're playing cray-cray. Get out of here. Oh my god, noise up there. Invalid email alert. What the hell?
My fitness pal acting up, talking about I can't log me in. Hold up, Harold. We're gonna fix you in a second, okay?